Hey, it's Coach Scott. We're going to spend another week in 1 Corinthians 16. If you remember our text and the first few weeks, Paul's at the end of this letter. So just think about the context for a second. He's written this letter to a church that he's trying to encourage in Corinth. I don't know how they read their letters, but if I'm reading something that's kind of long, I know I'm going to zone in on how you start it. And I'm probably still going to have some intensity in and out. But the very end of what I'm reading, I'm going to really zone in on again. And maybe Paul's an expert level communicator. Maybe Paul considered that. Is he starting to hit short phrases that have a lot of bang for your buck? And in verses 13 and 14 of 1 Corinthians 16 that we've been looking at, here's what he says. Remember, it says, be alert, stand firm in your faith, act like a man, which we could have spent multiple weeks on. And today, be strong. And remember verse 14, do everything you do in love. Every act must be done in love. But that be strong, how's that different than standing firm in your faith for a minute? As I look at those, I think, could be strong and stand firm in your faith be the same thing? But I think when Paul writes to believers here, he's not writing to a bunch of baseball coaches, but it certainly does apply to us. You can stand firm in your faith. You can act like a man. You can lead these young men every day that you have on your team. And there's still going to be a wind blowing. There's going to be a storm that comes. There's going to be a controversy. There's going to be 12 guys competing for 9 spots in your lineup, or 5 guys competing for the top 3 guys to throw on the weekends, or if you're in high school, those district starts. There's going to be some parent issues. There's going to be a lot of storms that blow in and out of us. And I think Paul is admonishing believers to be strong. Like, not just stand firm in your faith, but be prepared to show strength. And why would you want to show strength? Not for the show, so that you can point back to your Father that's in heaven. So as the storms blow on you this week, and we keep looking at 1 Corinthians 16, even probably for a few more weeks, I encourage you this week, good luck. I hope you have a great week. It's a beautiful day here in West Tennessee today on Friday. It's promising a lot of rain tomorrow, but we're going to have some great baseball this afternoon in our area. I hope your weekend is full of great baseball. And if there are any storms or even just a wind that picks up, I encourage you to be strong. See you next time.